Hey everybody, Bryan Fuller here in Fuller Moto, Atlanta, Georgia. Going to show you a little bit about the LE31MP. This multi-process machine will do TIG, MIG, stick, spool gun for aluminum. I mean, arc. Wow, we're rocking it out. So what we're going to show you today is a little bit of the setup for MIG, which is metal inert gas. And we're going to use a gas, which for us is going to be 75% argon, 25% CO2, which tends to be kind of the typical MIG setup. Now these babies, super simple. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Pull the throttle, and you've got your shielding gas is coming out, right? So this is 030 rod, and then we're going to use an 030 tip. So you want to match those two together, and you put your cap back on, which is a little bit different from, I don't know where it went. We were just setting up for a flux cap, but it's a little different from the flux cap. And you come inside, you're going to put your wire in, you're going to feed it through this little dude, which just goes over, pops down. And then there's a couple of little grooves in here, depending on which one you're using. So you'll unscrew here, there's little numbers underneath that will tell you, correspond with the diameter of your wire, right? So you want these to match, all three of these. The tip, your roller, and your wire. Okay, we good with that? Next thing is, here's your little adjustment for pressure, which is for solid, which is what we're using for MIG. It's going to be 3 to 5. We got it set at 4. If by chance you end up wanting to do aluminum MIG spool gun, where you've got the spool gun out here, you can kind of see some of your little charts. You would flip that switch, so that would change it. Otherwise, the setup is pretty much the same as flux core. TIG, of course, you're going to switch out to a different torch. But all of it comes with this nice quick start guide. It's also underneath the lid, makes it easy. And then at that point, of course, we'll just talk about safety. You want to wear your gloves, wear your eyeball covers here, and you want to have a helmet. I've got mine set at right about a shade of 10 for this kind of low amperage work. And we got mild steel rods. So let's just see what we can do. So if you look through, we're doing MIG, DC positive. We've got 030 rod. So we're gonna max her out at I9, which is about 12 gauge. So let's try that. And then what I'm gonna do, like we talked about in our flux core video, in TIG and MIG, you're gonna push. So you push the puddle as you're going. If you were doing flux core, if there's slag, you drag, as I just learned from the Ask Mark processor. Okay, let's give her a shot. Let's see how it goes. Now, looking for bacon, and it's a little bit choppy. And sometimes if you're not getting enough wire feed, that can be the issue. So let me turn that up a little. You know, I'm just going in there, look, not too bad. Let me try a little more heat, just because again, we're kind of maxing out this wire at this point. And then you want to try to just get enough fill in there, you know, that you're really filling up that area to make sure you've got enough weld to kind of hold it together. All right, so hey, you can do arc, aluminum, you can do TIG, you can do MIG, you can do flux. LE31MP from Lincoln, that's a pretty sweet little machine at a very good price point. So anyway, all kinds of stuff at Lincoln Electric. Go check them out. Get all your gear and welders and get out there and make something.